Medianoche.
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 Podcast.
Medianoche.
Podcast.
Medianoche.
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 Podcast.
All right, y'all. We're back with another episode of the Medianoche podcast. This is episode 38, and I have Bless here. What's up, man?
What they do, man? How you been, brother?
I've been good, bro.
Chilling, man.
Yeah, I'm happy you came through, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me, bro. Real talk, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. I'm happy you came through too, man. I was thinking about I wanted to get everybody that's involved in the project so we can chop it up and do a podcast as a way so that people can get to know everyone involved in it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm happy that you were able to come through, man.
Nah, ain't no thing, man. Like I said, thanks for having me. Sorry that we've been like all over the place, like on trying to schedule. Like, you know, so much shit's just been on my mind, you know, like right now my lady's pregnant, you know, and shit's nuts right now. It's not as nuts as as crazy or as stressful, you know. It can be stressful at times because, you know, now, like if your significant other is pregnant, you know, especially the women, they're going through so much hormonal changes. They're so emotional, you know what I mean? And you got to be able to bite the bullet on a lot of things that you would want to do or things that you would want to say that you feel right on. Sometimes it's just not even best to argue because that stress can stress their body and in return go to the baby. So a lot of the times as a dude, you're going to find yourself being like, yeah, you know what, you're right. Or, you know, like you're going to be able to swipe a lot of things because now your understanding is something greater. There's something more important there, you know, and it's crazy, dude. It's crazy as hell.
I'm happy for you, man. You're about to be a dad, yo. That's wild.
Finally, bro. My mom was like, yo, my mom and my grandma, they're like, damn, dude, you're almost a grandfather. Because I'm already 30, dude. But I think now it's different because we've learned, you know, like back in the day, so many people were having kids so young, bro, that now that we're older, it's not that we don't want to have kids. It's just, you know, the way how, you know, the economy is and things are, you know, people just tend to tread a little bit more carefully because, you know, it's true when you have a kid, you know, you just want to make sure everything's right financially and stuff like that because, you know, you are going to be coming out of pocket to be providing not only for you but for your girl and for your kid. So it's tough, man. Like, you know, like the job that I'm at right now, that's not the job that I want to be at, but it's the job that I have while my girl's pregnant. So I got to make the best out of it. But at the same time, I'm looking still, you know, to switch to get something a little bit better and stuff like that, you know.
No, and then aside from you looking for a job, you came out with this project, this like free project, Barbaric, right?
Yeah.
You know, and those are songs that you had in the vault or you recorded those like and put it out?
Well, all right. It's I've been recording this album for a while, you know. I had this album, the first title I had for it was called The Struggle Doesn't Last Forever. I really like that title. I might just still keep that project separate, but you know, in the midst of me creating that project, you know, doing collab projects and also doing other type of projects with other artists, especially, you know, I was moving on to the next projects. I was working pretty much the inspiration for Barbaric, believe it or not. It came from the movie King Kong, the Skull Island, the one that just came out recently. Because I was always wanting to watch it, and I watched it, and what I fell in love with was just like the whole jungle vibe, the whole like, you know, like savageness, and not only just the savageness, but the soundtrack. A lot of it was like 1970s rock and, you know, really cool, like old school, dirty, grungy sounding soundtrack. So I was like, damn, you know, I would like to create that, but in a tape. So the original name for Barbaric was going to be Kong. You know what I mean? It was. But, you know, there's rappers called Kong. I saw other rappers doing like King Kong and their thing. So I was like, you know what, bro, I'm just going to stick to something more true to the Caveman Bless. So I was like, Barbaric. You know, so that project, I recorded that earlier in the year. Because what happened was my job. I don't know if I told you this on the last podcast, but I worked like 100 hours. They only paid me for 33 hours, my job. and they didn't pay me the rest of the money till 3 months later. So those 3 months that I was going through, I didn't get my money, but that wasn't a part of the whole TSA thing, because I work at the airport too, but I wasn't affected by the government shutdown. It was just my job made a mistake with my check. So they owed me like $1,200, bro, and they only paid me $400. Do you feel me? And that shit was tough, dude. Those whole 3 months living with my lady, trying to pay my car note. But if it wasn't for my girl, her mom, my stepdad, I wouldn't be able to get through that shit, because they helped me out. You feel me? But during those 3 months, that's what I was making, that project, because it was all trying to fight anger, trying my best not to wild out at my job, and keeping key focus onto what's more important still. Because a lot of my coworkers were like, yo, fuck that shit. I would never come into work. If they didn't pay me, I would beat the boss's ass. I was getting all this advice, yo, and in reality, I just needed to center myself.
Yeah, anyone that gives advice to do like erratic things is like they're speaking from a place of like they're not being rational.
Exactly,
you know?
bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. And in that situation, you have to be, because like I said, just that check was affected. Not, my mom made a good example. Just that check was affected, not your upcoming checks. So yeah, fuck it. Take that loss, nip it in the butt. Be as patient as I can. Don't surrender to it, but at the same time, learn how to just be like, fuck it, keep on going. When I get the chance, ask my boss, hey, what's up with that check? As opposed to be like, hey, what the fuck, you know, this and that. Because like you said, it's just, you know, in Miami, a lot of people have that street mentality of, if I get tried, I gotta fucking speak my mind back, fuck that person up. But you don't realize in the end, you could be fucking yourself up, dude. You know what I mean? And you could mess up a lot of opportunities that way.
Yeah, and also the way that you handle circumstance like that, it shows how composed you're able to be, and that's a great trait to have. Because when bad things happen, if you freak out and you start lashing out at everyone, after that problem's resolved, they're not gonna want to rock with you anymore.
Nobody, bro. And believe it or not, some people felt that, man. Unfortunately, it didn't. I wasn't lashing towards them, but I guess since I was hearing it so much, I felt like I got cornered, and then I was just like, I just got very mad. So as opposed to lashing out, you know what I mean? Like, I got into arguments with my lady about it. I got into arguments with my family about it. Because like you said, like, you're hearing all this different type of, you know, advice. Their advice though was more keen than my coworkers. My coworkers, dudes my age, dudes from the street, talking about, no, I'm gonna fuck them up, I will fuck them up. So, you know, it's like you're feeding this fire, you know what I mean? And then when you get home, you know, you just like dwelling on it. So as opposed to lashing out, that's when I was just like, you know what, bro, I need to stop lashing out. I need to start doing what the fuck I've been doing for a long time, which is rapping. I totally forgot that's why I got the job for, to get more money, to invest in myself, to be a rapper, you know what I mean? To do more videos, to do more songs, to do more shit, you know what I mean? And I kind of lost myself, because that's when I started making the importance more about the bread. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, the bread's important, but fuck it. With this time that I'm waiting, let me be productive. Let me write some shit. Let me get some shit out of my head, so I don't have it dwelling in there. And the next person that comes out to me, I'm all fucking explosive. Like, I already exploded on the track. I don't have to. Next time somebody comes and talk to me now, I'm more at ease. You know what I mean?
you just like play them the song.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
This is what I was going through, bro. Just press play and read the magazine while they listen.
Exactly, man. There's a song on Barbaric that's called "The Steel Toes United." That's like my favorite one. Low key is my favorite one, because during that whole TSA thing that was going on, you know, and that I didn't have my check, I felt like I was in there. Luckily though, I wasn't though, because I was still getting money. Unfortunately, people in the TSA weren't seeing money for like months, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, man.
That shit was crazy, dude.
Yeah, you work at the airport. The whole TSA thing happened where they weren't getting paid, right?
Yeah.
And how long did that last for?
For them, I think it was like a good 2 months almost, bro.
Damn, dog, 2 months.
You imagine getting 2 months no pay? Luckily, I only had just that one check that was missing, but I was still getting paid after. They weren't getting shit, bro.
Damn, that's wild, man. I wonder how I wonder what the spectrum was of like people that was working at the airport. Like, some people save their money, some people have other sources of income, but other people are check to check.
Yeah, bro, you feel me? I have a homegirl that works TSA, bro, and she was like, bro, it's tough, bro. Like, it's very, very tough, man. But she was patient. She was patient enough. Luckily, her man, you know, works. He works like 2 or 3 jobs, so he was able to provide for that. But it was still kind of tough for them. You know what I mean? And that actually helped me out too, because I'm like, fuck, you know, I know I'm missing all this money from my check, But there's people that have it worse than me right now, bro. There's people that they're not even seeing another check. You know what I mean? They can't even fucking feed their family right now, or for the next check coming, they can't even feed their people. At least me, I could still, like, that one check is gone, but at least I have now my next check to still pay the rent or to still pay my car note. It might be short a little bit, but it's not like it's completely missing. You know what I mean? Like TSA had it really bad, bro.
I mean, it still sounds like you're in a much better place than the last time that we did a podcast. Do you remember, like, the last time that I don't know how long you've been working at the airport, but from what I recall, the last time that we linked up, I don't think you were working there yet. You was like driving or something.
I was doing delivery, and you know, I was working for a third party company that delivers for Amazon. So the third party company, yeah, man. Yeah. So the third party company, it was the same thing as the airport, because where I work out at the airport is a third party company. And what I learned is in Miami, unfortunately, there is, you know, Miami is a place where a lot of immigrants, you know what I mean, we come to, like, not me myself, but our families that we come to, they have came here in search for a better opportunity. And when they get to places like these delivery jobs or the airport, they think they struck gold. It's gold regardless, because yeah, you're making more bread, but you don't realize that, yo, you can actually be not making more, but you can actually get treated better, bro. You can actually get a job with 401k. So not only are you making bread for the moment, but you can actually retire in the future, as opposed to you're gonna be 60 and still have no 401k, but you're like, oh, I work at the airport.
Yeah, you know what's funny,
you know
man?
What I mean?
I feel you, bro, because the two jobs that I have right now, one of them, I don't get no benefits like that at all either.
Me neither, man.
And it's funny because I reason with that, thinking to myself, this is just temporary because I'm gonna be doing this music shit, you know?
Exactly.
But like, it's also a funny feeling, like that ambiguity of, if this shit doesn't work out, I might want to consider getting like I don't even like to entertain it. I'm not saying that this is something that I actually think about, but whenever the topic of 401k comes up, like, I play with that idea in my head, and I'm like, damn. I mean, I'm not too worried, but I don't know if I'm just being foolish right now. I should probably be a little bit more worried for not having 401k.
No, I feel you, yeah. But you know what? What it boils down to, man, is one person that really inspired me on that aspect is my pops, my stepdad. You know what I mean? I call him my pops though, because you know he's pretty much my dad. That nigga, dog, he really came through on some real shit, dog. Like, you know, he actually had a great job, dude. Like a really great job at waste management, but not like delivering garbage. He was in the office, like the operations, bro. Man was making $23 an hour. My man was making overtime. My man had 401k. My man had vacation days, sick days, and let that shit all go to do his own business. You know what I mean? With my brother, which is the family printing, the t-shirt shit. And in reality, bro, I realize sometimes it's not even that, what if I don't make it? It's, I'm gonna make it regardless. Let me use this thing as a boost.
That's my my mentality with I have two jobs right now, and that's solely the boost. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is, man. Because deep down, you're not art, bro. Trust me, dog. I've tried it, dog. There's been times where I'm like, you know what, bro? Maybe I should give up rap because it seems like only this job shit is working out for me. But deep down, bro, I can't let it go, bro. Because I'll be chilling at work, nigga. There was times I used to work customer service in Brandsmart, and somebody be playing an instrumental, and I'm like, fuck. You feel me? I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, as much as you want to push it to the back, dog, it's always gonna keep on calling you back because that's your calling. You feel me? Like,
I feel you. I would walk around the restaurant like rhyming things that I see. I'll just freestyle to myself in my own head. You know?
Exactly.
Like people will walk in, I'll just start thinking of things that rhyme with what they're doing and wearing and saying, and
because it's built in you, bro. It's in your DNA, brother. It's always been in your DNA because you're attracted to it at such a young age.
Yeah.
And it's become a part of you, bro. It's become a part of you, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to get a good job in 401k, but at the same time, you can't always depend on these companies, man. As quick, as loyal as you can be to a company for years, yo, if they need to downsize, they'll let you go, bro. You feel me? And I realized that, dog, no matter how fucking dedicated you are to a company, they will let you go if they need to, bro. And that it's funny, I didn't even experience that myself. I just seen it through other people. I've heard it on stories, on movies. You remember that movie, what was it, Fun with Dick and Jane with Jim Carrey? Remember he was so big in the company, and the next thing you know, they fucking let his ass go. That can really fucking happen, because when it comes to these big wigs and these suits, they're fucking saving their own ass, dude. And when it comes to the employee, bro, the employee will bust their ass, and the manager and the supervisors are constantly telling you what the fuck you're doing wrong. But in reality, it's fucked up, because it's kind of like being in high school. It's like being on a football team or some shit. It's like, you know, you think you're working hard, and the next thing you know, somebody coming and telling you you're not doing good enough, and then you're thinking, damn, there's something wrong with me. Am I capable of working? If I'm not capable of working, it's not even that, bro. It's all them just trying to bust you down so you don't get to their position. You know what I mean? But it's funny, dog, in the airport that I work at, the company, bro, my boss literally said one day, bro, I'm just trying to work them until they quit, bro. You feel me? And it's fucked up, bro, because they don't like me at all over there because of a lot of things. You know, when the whole thing with my check, I try to keep as patient as possible, but every time my boss would come at me disrespectful, I would open my mouth and he would be like, oh, you need to learn patience. I'm like, bro, don't talk to me about patience if I've been waiting 3 months for a check, bro. You feel me? Like, don't come to me like that. He gets so pissed that he had to send me home because he knew I was right at that situation. So in the end of the day, bro, all I can say is just, yo, don't let these motherfuckers get in your head. You know, you got to keep on working, but at the same time, always work for something greater, bro. Like, yeah, it's true, man. It's got to be bigger than that, bro.
I feel like that rebuttal was like the inner MC in you, you know?
Yeah, it is, bro. Also, Chuck D shit. Yeah, but like, fight the power. Like, you feel me?
So don't talk to me about patience. I've been waiting 3 months for a check. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, like that quickness, dude. Like. But sometimes you do gotta bite your tongue, because I realized, though, like, I even told my boss one day, because he was like, he always wanted to say some slick shit, and you know me, dog, always like, if somebody says something to me, I'm always gonna talk back. But I realized, like, dog, I work at a physical demanding job. You know what it is for me to come here and work my body out and then argue with this fool? That's even more energy. So now when I'm there, I don't even argue no more. I just be like, yep, you're right, and just walk.
And then you get back to your crib, and like your girl, she's pregnant. She's like, I need you to do all these things for me, and you're just thinking like, okay.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Because you got to realize, man, like Bruce Lee said, you have to pray for the strength to endure a difficult life, because life itself, as easy as we want it to be, it's always gonna have some challenges. Even when you make it, and even JayZ, bro, at $1 billion status, I can't even imagine the type of stresses he has to go through. Fucking, he would always say it like, yo, that song that he did with Nas, Success, what I think is success is so much stress. Like, he's made it. The nigga was like $500 million in, and now he's got homies talking about, oh, you don't support me no more. Family like, damn, can I borrow some money? You know what I mean? You're never gonna stop running out of these obstacles that are coming in your life, bro, because that's what life is about.
Yeah, like no matter how much you progress, you're only like breaking the threshold to get to a new level with new things to stress about, new factors to kind of throw you off. It's kind of like a video game.
It is, brother.
You know, like the more you level up, the enemies get harder.
It is, bro.
You know,
but that's how you realize, though, the older you get, you can't be doing the same things that you would as you're younger. Like sometimes, like I told you, like my boss would tell me some shit and I would answer back. To now I'm thinking more like, just let them talk shit, bro, as long as it doesn't affect me. Because I realize me saying something back, you know, it's not like that person won, but it kind of is like that person won, because they're just riling you up to get a reaction. But what happens if they don't get a reaction? You know, they're left kind of like wondering, and you're also left with that peace, like, okay, I didn't have to react, you know, now I can focus. Now my day could still be that steady motion that I'm looking for, as opposed to backtracking because I got out of character. Now in my head I'm thinking, damn, I shouldn't have done that and this and that. So you kind of scar yourself, even though sometimes it's good to defend for yourself, but you can show them other ways. I didn't have to fucking answer to my boss and be like, oh, you're a dickhead. I just fucking say, you know what? This job isn't for me. I'm gonna look for something else, and I'm gonna go for my rap again, bro. And me going for my rap now them talking shit in my head, I'm just like, okay, whatever, because I know what I got going for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once you don't fully depend on the income from that job, it seems so much less important. You know, like the things that they would have you like really stressed out about. At this other job, I have 2 jobs, right? The one in Wynwood.
Oh yeah.
Like
You talking about Sweat Records or?
No, I work at at the moment at this store that sells drones, like the DJI store.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's pretty cool, man. And like, that's my first time in maybe 6 or 7 years working at a job with coworkers. Because I've for the last 5, 6, 7 years, I've been working kind of by myself.
Shit.
Or like, yeah, or just hustling this music shit, or everything that went down in California or whatever. But working now with a bunch of other coworkers, and I see how that life of just kind of stressing out about, oh, I didn't get as many hours this week, or oh man, I haven't taken my break yet. Yo, I'm hungry, bro. Like, when are you gonna get off your break? And he's there chewing a sandwich, like, yo, let me finish. Things like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of easy. It's kind of easy to get wrapped up in the pettiness of working at a job again. But then I get that notification in my app, like, you got, so next week's schedule is these hours. And in my mind, I'm thinking, as long as I keep getting hours, you know, I can get closer to
your goals, bro.
To my goal, which is the music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like before we started, you had asked me about this preamp, right? Like, I just came up on this preamp, and if I didn't have this second job, I wouldn't have been able to afford to set myself up to get it. And when I look at this preamp and when I hear how my mic sounds rapping into it, you know, like, I'm so thankful of all the little things that I go through on my day job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And
I know
it's
exactly what you mean,
it's
bro.
like, damn, all that shit is dope, man. I'm looking forward to like what else I get into in Wynwood, because of that job, I'm able to get closer to my financial goals.
Yeah,
you know, which happens to be my music and getting out of debt right now, you know?
That's true as fuck, man. Like, you gotta be able to go through some bad shit to finally be like, fuck yes, dude. Like, you know, because I never understood it at first, bro. My pops would always tell me, bro, you gotta take them losses, bro. You gotta take them losses, because when you get that fucking win, that win is gonna feel the best. And you're right, bro, because all that bullshit that I was going through with my job, don't get me wrong, the job is not bad. I love to work. Like, that job is great, dog, because like I said, I keep physically active, so my mind, I'm the type of person that has to move because my mind moves a lot. So like, I tried office jobs and shit, you know, at first, and that wasn't what I was looking for. I needed something physically, because like, I just needed to keep my mind off of shit, you know. And the job is so busy that I'm lucky to have that. It's just the way that management is run sometimes, you know, it kind of makes you be like, fuck. But if it wasn't for all that bullshit that I'm going through, you know what I mean? And, you know, they give me even bullshit about joining the union, bro. Like, I joined the union, you know what I mean? And they're like, you know, it's like on some gang shit, bro. It's like, oh no, that guy's a snitch, this guy's that, you know. You're just there trying to fucking, I'm just trying to join a union to give us simple ass benefits, you know what I mean? Simple shit like, for a regular employee, like a fucking, after working there a year, you have a week paid vacation. After working there for some time, you have some sick days you can call out, you know what I mean? Like, personal days.
Isn't it funny how no matter how straight and narrow you're trying to be, there's always somebody that's trying to scheme there?
Always, bro. Trust, dude. Trust.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how. Look, bro, I'm on probation right now, and I'm like so squeaky clean, bro, that no matter where I go, I feel like the devil, bro, just throws people my way that's just trying to scheme, bro. Trying to capitalize on whatever it is that I'm involved in. And then if I don't condone what they're doing, I become that like enemy to them. And it's like, I have no idea what you got going on. I don't even know you, bro. I'm just trying to do my thing.
Exactly,
and
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Because so many people, you know what it is, Art, man? So many people are caught up in themselves that they think somebody disagreeing with their lifestyle is an enemy. And in reality, bro, I've learned that in life, dog, because I used to be like that, but as a youngin', like in my teenager years, you feel me? Like, damn, my boys don't hit me up no more, or this and that, or this person's out to get me. And I was like that a lot through my 20s. But what helped me out in my 20s was going through a lot of shit, because then I started realizing, like, damn, maybe like people, it's not that they don't like me, but they got so much shit of their own going on, because I know this, because I got so much of my own shit going on, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy, dude, how somebody can actually think that, you know, like, damn, like, oh, this person is this because they do this. Like, bro, for real, bro. Like, yo, there's so much shit that can happen in life, dude. And there's some people are just better at handling it than others. There's some people that I know that go through shit and they still have a smile on their face. Me, I go through shit and sometimes, like, when I'm angry, it shows, you feel me? And stuff like that. But it's just like, yo, everybody's got so much shit going on, dude. You know what I mean? It's crazy how people can think like that.
Yeah,
very crazy, bro.
And it's funny because, you know, when I was younger, man, I also had a much harder time composing myself when I was really angry or like really bothered by something. Yeah. I would even do this thing where like I would like breathe really hard through my nose because I just couldn't contain myself, that I had to like take deep breaths.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
And like I wouldn't even breathe through my mouth. I'd breathe through my nose, so my nostrils would like flare out like mad big to get all the oxygen. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, cuz like, you know, I feel like I've grown so much since then, because now, especially everything that I went through, like when, you know, when I got arrested and all that, like you deal with things so much more massive, that somebody saying something dumb at work or some guy doing something petty or something, like you just have a much easier time rolling it off your back, because you're thinking to yourself like, I've gone through a lot more than this. Yeah. And I really need that paycheck, or like I really need that whatever motive you have and whatever you're involved in, that people's. And you know what's funny? When you don't feed into their like their fury, they're like, when you don't feed into them being as bothered as you being as bothered as, when you don't feed into them being as bothered as they want you to be, you know, like they kind of come back around as like, yeah, you're cool, you know? Yeah, dog, exactly. Yeah, dog. Cause I've had that happen, bro. Trust, man. Like I'm telling you, if you worked at my job, Art, bro, a lot of people wouldn't tolerate it, bro. People come in and out because it's just like, you know, like workers only demand one thing, bro, and it's simple, dog. It's just a simple respect, you know, like, damn, you know, like, thank you guys for this. Not, oh, fuck, why this, why that, because think about it, bro. If you're around somebody who's always nagging, you're not going to want to be around them no more, you know what I mean? And it's crazy, bro, because I don't mean to bash my job. It's just personally, I've seen better companies. I've worked at better companies. So it's like, damn, if they can do it, they don't even make as much money as you guys. Because where I work at, we're a third-party company that works for Delta. You know, Delta makes fucking millions, bro. One plane costs like fucking $16 million, bro. One plane. They have like fucking like 15 of them. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, bro, because I'm like, damn, okay, like, you guys are making so much bread, but you can't even give the simple, courteous things that people look for, bro. You know what I mean? And I've worked for jobs where people are fucking, they don't even have enough bread to buy new equipment or anything, but they fucking are like, damn, are you okay? Like, what's going on? I feel like you seem bothered. Like, oh, yo, I can't come into work because, you know, I have this situation going on. They're like, yo, don't worry. If you want to make up hours, I got you. Because on a realistic level, I understand business is business. But sometimes, bro, you have to be a human, bro, because you can't just keep on working people like they're fucking machines. You know what I mean? You got to be able to read between the lines sometimes. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, I feel like as a productive environment, you have to have people in a good mood, bro. Your employees speak for your company, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Yeah, like if everyone's walking around with a low morale, it makes the whole vibe of the whole place seem a little funny. You don't want to spend your money there. Yeah, and then I see like the way that people look at us, bro, because we work in front of a big ass window where all the passengers can see us. So when they see us, I see like they look at us like we're fucking starving children from Somalia or some shit. Like they're like, funny. Damn, you know what I mean? But that you don't want that, dude, because in return it reflects your company, bro. It's like, damn, if this person looks like that, maybe if it's one person, okay, maybe he's going through some shit. But if that person look like that person look like that person look like that person look like that, it has to start catching on and being like, okay, as a person that runs a place of business, what can I do to lift this up? Because if my employees if they feel good, then they're gonna work good. You know what I mean? Not if I'm bashing them, it's gonna affect the work, bro. Motherfuckers are gonna grab a luggage and fucking toss that shit, as opposed to like, okay, let me grab it, place it down. You know what I mean? Because it's all about mental, bro. It's all about mental. You know what I mean? There's a company in Colorado, in Denver, Colorado. I'm not sure what the name of the company is, but what they do is they encourage all their employees to take a smoke break
What?
To
Smoke
smoke
bud?
Yeah.
You know the company? I need to apply, bro.
No,
Like,
I don't.
Let
don't.
me know, dude.
But you know it's legal there. I mean, obviously, in Colorado it's legal to smoke weed. But
Yeah,
like,
most definitely, man.
But like, they encourage you to go and smoke a joint and come back.
That's awesome, bro. I don't know if you saw in Nevada too. In Nevada, they just banned. They can hire people that fail drug tests due to marijuana.
Yeah.
They can't discriminate against that no more in Nevada.
But you know, like, I wonder how that would work for me, because right now since I'm on probation and I was arrested in Missouri, I'm under the jurisdiction of Missouri. So weed could be legal in Florida, but it's not legal in Missouri, which means I can't partake
You can't smoke
in it.
it. So that means if you get drug tested, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what, Art, man? Then, well, the thing is, you got to realize this, okay? If a company can take that much consideration to help people that smoke, imagine the consideration they could take for people that don't smoke. You know what I mean? Like, because in reality, like, you know, I'm not, like I said, you know, there's companies that you work for and they'll run over your lunch break, bro. You know what I mean? To make shit happen. They don't give a fuck about how you feel or what kind of break you need mentally. But that job you just said, you know, like, say, I don't know if how they would act, but if you didn't smoke and I was a manager, that I'd be like, well, just take some time for yourself. If you need to, as opposed to go smoking a joint, if you need to go outside and write some songs, if you want to go walk around the park, do what you need to clear your mind, bro, because I know that work can get you kind of like in a rut. You feel me? So
yeah, I mean, luckily the jobs that I'm working right now, I'm blessed, man, because they're cool, you know. But yeah. I have worked at, bro, a bunch of places where you're pretty much a slave there. Yeah,
your number.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting paid for it. But,
yeah, of course. Yeah, but it's still modern day slavery.
They work you. Like if they see you not doing anything for 10 seconds, they call you on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You can't even fucking sit there and take a shit without somebody coming in and be like, yo, one time at my job, believe it or not, I took a shit during my flight. I was like, bro, I gotta fucking take a shit, dog. I can't hold it no more. I left. And my manager was like, where were you? I was like, I was taking a shit. He told me, why? What do you mean, why, dude? Like, that's a basic human instinct. That's a basic human need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna shit myself in a damn plane and then have to save y'all more money.
So what's up? So you ride planes?
No, believe it or not, like, yo, we bring them in. We're the guys with the sticks. You know, we bring them in.
Oh, okay.
We bring them in. Once it's in, we kind of like picture like NASCAR. You know, when the NASCAR comes to a pit stop, we're the pit crew.
Okay,
so
I got you.
Come in. Unload the bags. While we're unloading the bags, we make sure the plane got water. It's like I said, the job is motherfucking fun, dude. I love it because I made the bed. Like, I like just like running around. I do some like kind of like some imitation parkour where I can jump on shit and like hop over shit, you know, stack bags. You know, we put AC in the plane while it's parked up. Believe it or not, the plane is like a big ass cell phone. When it parks, you need to charge it. You know what I mean? So you charge it with this big ass charger. You know what I mean? It's cool as fuck, bro. It's fucking fun.
Are any of the chargers like not really working so much? You got to angle it.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
What?
Some of the chargers don't work, so you got to bring in another charger, like a mobile charger. Cause you ever caught a flight before?
Have I ever ridden the plane before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You know when you're in the plane and you know when you hop off, you go through that bridge before you get into the airport. That's called a jet bridge. That's where the charger's at. That's where the AC is at. All that little bridge itself is like one big ass fucking battery, dude. Just one big ass battery.
Damn.
It's cool as fuck, dude. It's very, very cool when you look at it. You know what I mean?
It's like an electric straw that just pokes into the plane and everyone gets sucked through it.
Yeah, exactly. They go through it, bro. And you realize, bro, so many people, though, it's crazy how many people catch flights, dude. I never really realized it till I started working there. You know, because there was some days are more chill than others, but you know, obviously the weekends are crazy because that's when people are in and out. And I realized, you know, with Delta, they're more on their whole thing is about getting you in and out. So a lot of people that catch those flights are freaking like business people, you know, people that like to, you know, they got to travel for work and they're like, okay, I need to just be in and out, you know, traveling. Like,
let me ask you something, man. What goes through your head on the really bad days where, like, okay, you know what, let me see how I can rephrase this question, Bless, man.
Yeah.
Like, right now, what would you say is something that, like, scares you of happening that you're hoping doesn't happen? because then it'll push you to that place where you're not gonna be the most noble person. You know what I'm saying?
I think the number one thing that'll probably fuck me up at work, bro. Well, to be real, Art, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've been learning how to not let shit fuck with me at work anymore. The number one thing that could probably scare me out of being character is just if somebody would say some real personal shit. You know what I mean? Just somebody say something that's completely out of character, like somebody looking to get, somebody that throws that bait to get an ass whooping. As bad as you want to whoop that ass, you feel me? You can't, because like you said, dog, like especially now that I have a kid. Before I found out my girl was pregnant, I was always about like, yo, if my boss said something to me that was very personal, bro, then I would throw a chair at him, like off instinct, you feel me? But now that I'm like more chill, like now that I know that I have a baby on the way, it kind of humbles you out a lot, bro, because now it's like, fuck, if I throw a chair at this nigga, we're in the airport, he's a bitch, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Them niggas are bitches, bro, believe it or not. Well, I'm not gonna fucking sit there and lie, like I've had my bitchy moments too. But there's some niggas that are real bitches because they know that they work at the airport. They know they can start some shit, and they know that if you come back, you can get arrested, labeled as a fucking terrorist, this and that, and they're gonna be fucking keeping their job. So what I have learned is just like, yo, just be as humble as you can. Realize that I'm doing it for my kid and my lady, bro. Like,
that's a really bad day at work, bro. When you get fired and you get labeled a terrorist,
nigga, what? Yo,
God.
Believe it or not, you can get labeled as a terrorist for stopping the flight, dude. There was a lady that, bro, I'll never forget this day, nigga. Yo, we loaded up the plane. We have to get it loaded by a certain amount of time, or if not, the flight gets delayed. So if you ever been in a flight that's been delayed, believe it or not, it's been maybe the minorest issue. But since it's an airplane, you have to treat even the smallest issue as the largest issue because it's a plane, you feel me? So sometimes you get delayed like that. Believe it or not, one time there was a delay because this one lady bought Nathan's hot dogs in the food court and left it at the table. So she started bitching that, yo, I forgot my Nathan's, I need to go back and get it. They were like, yo, you can't get off the plane. The plane's already closed. She started fucking having a hissy fit, bro. Nigga, they took her off the plane. They arrested her and treated her as they charged her as a terrorist, bro.
See, that's the thing, bro. Like, it makes me wonder what goes through people's heads that they think that is more important than what's actually going on. Like, you're on a plane, the door's closed, that's it. You're about to be in the air. This metal tube is just flying through the sky.
Exactly,
and you're thinking
brother.
about some hot dogs.
Some Nathan hot dog.
Like,
you want to hear the ironic part about this? She was going to fucking New York, bro. She could have gone to fucking Coney Island and gotten fucking the original Nathan store. But like, because the thing is, Art, people, this goes all across the board, bro. Not just flights or anything. People think about short term, not long term, bro. We don't, especially like me myself. Sometimes I don't think about the longevity. I think about, I want that feeling right now. But if I can hold off, maybe I can get a better feeling. You know what I mean?
You know what I think it is? I think it's that people, they do consider long term, but they're like, if I don't get through the short term, I won't get to the long term.
Exactly.
So I need to satisfy myself now.
Exactly.
But when you go through, like, when you are forced to sacrifice immediately, you realize what you're capable of living without or being without, or how uncomfortable you're capable of handling. Yeah. And then at that point, you're like, damn, you know what? I don't mind sacrificing a little bit more now. I just did it yesterday. Exactly. Like you had your check held up for some time, and then I'm pretty sure when that money finally came in, like,
put it this way, man, that was the same day my girl got pregnant. Then we found out that when the doctor told us, like, he's like, hey, like, with the statistics, because they do like some weird shit. They're like, okay, you're this many weeks, so that means you would have to get pregnant by this time. And I was like, okay, March 29th. I was like, yo, that's the day that I got my fucking money, bro. So that, I guess I celebrated too hard that day, bro.
yeah, you like really put in a deposit.
Yeah,
For real.
I put in a real big deposit, dude. Nah, it's funny, dog, because pregnancy, bro. You ever seen the movie Knocked Up, dude?
I love that movie.
Bro, I love it, dog. It's a very good representation of pregnancy, man. And it's funny because we're only really 3 months in. Like, we're not in, like, because the first trimester is kind of hard for the women because that's when they go through like the vomiting stages. And it sucks, man, because my girl, she wants to eat, she eats, and then she throws it up. And I am over here fucking like, hey, I mean, if you don't want it, like so she'd be like, yo, you can have it, don't worry. So sometimes she's looking at me like, fuck, dude, like this guy can eat whatever the hell he wants and I fucking can't. Once they ride out after that first trimester, that's when the fucking cravings start coming in, because now everything they threw up, they're kind of more balanced now. And now, bro, they're gonna fucking start eating this and that. Yo, my girl, bro, before she got pregnant, she was all about, veganism and trying to eat healthy. Now that she's pregnant, it's all about fried chicken. For some reason, she wants fucking chicken every fucking day. So it's crazy, dude. It's a good experience, though. It humbles you the fuck out, because it's true what they say, bro. When you have a kid, it starts changing. Like me personally, bro, I was always like, I still am. I'm very disorganized, and I can be very irresponsible at times and shit like that. But now that I'm like having a kid, like you start noticing those areas in your brain. And you're like, bro, I don't want to sit in that area no more in my brain. I want my brain to expand more now, and I want to do different things now. You know what I mean? Because you realize, bro, you're bringing a life in this earth. You know what I mean?
Well, what are some things? Okay, so what are some things that you want to do now that you're in this position, you're about to be a dad?
Yeah.
Like what are some things that have ran through your head that you kind of want to learn how to do?
I want to stop making excuses, brother. Like I really do. I want to make.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a skill. Like,
no.
Like,
skills.
Yeah,
you know what? I want to pick up more handyman skills around the crib too, because my pops was like that too. I don't know if I told you on the last podcast, but one day we had the lights cut off. FPL cut us off, and my pops figured out how to fucking cut the lights back on, like shit like that. Because you realize like, fuck, I know the lights are cut off and shit. That was my bad for not paying the bill on time. But yo, my kids still gotta eat warm food. My kids, they don't want to be fucking sitting in the humidity at nighttime. So I gotta figure out some way, even though I don't approve that to anybody out there. Don't do that. It's illegal. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
he only did it one time. But it's about the fact of, okay, I have people depending on me. I gotta make shit happen, bro. Like, no more time for or this. Like, don't get me wrong. You gotta draw a line somewhere. Cause I know there's people that are like, yo, my baby needs to eat by any means. If I lose a job, then I go out rob a nigga. No, it can't be like that neither, because you gotta set an example.
It's true. And you know what, man? Like, I think about that scenario a lot. Actually, I think about I think about things like that a whole lot, man, especially as of lately, because that mentality is accepted a lot in hip hop culture.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, you know what, worst case scenario, I'll just go out and hit a lick.
Yeah.
And the problem comes in not when you're broke, but when you allowed yourself to run out of money.
To do, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, dog.
It's like, so I mean, it's not the same scenario as like, for example, the people in TSA,
Exactly.
Like, yeah, they stopped receiving income. So I don't even know how to reason with that scenario, because they're living an honest life. They're making honest money. And then all of a sudden something happens with the government.
And then they have to pay for it.
And then they got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Whereas other people are not dealing with no limitations from nothing that comes up in the government. They're just lazy. They're just entitled. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, or they just made a really big mistake. Where like they man, like sometimes in my bank app, like the money that's in my account isn't exactly how much money I actually have. They're holding money from a merchant that hasn't cleared the payment yet. So I'm thinking I have more money than I have, and I spend that money, and then and then I'm in the negative, and then the overdraft fee happens, and that really throws me off,
Yeah.
But to me, those things are so much like smaller than being in this mentality where you're about to go out and rob somebody, bro, or you're about to go and sell some drugs and shit. Like, I mean, man, I try not to pass judgment on people. I'm trying to think of people's best interests.
Hey, yeah, I feel
You
you.
know?
I feel you. But at the end of the day, I understand. Like, you can't knock the hustle, but understand this: there's always a better way, bro. Because you think about it like this, bro. Like, I had to learn it. My brother's dad was a very good example in my life. Yo, right now he has his life put together, and I thank God he does. But when he was young and he was like in my life and shit like that, he was reckless, bro. My man was fucking wild. He was a wild young kid, bro. And you know, I learned over the years, bro, that putting yourself in that position not only affects you, but it affects your family, bro. Like, all right, you go out and you rob a lick for your kid to eat, but now, God forbid, something wrong happens in that lick, you get arrested. Now you're in prison. Now your wife and your kid got to fend for themselves out there alone. Because now, I understand you were trying to do what's right, but that's not the right way, bro. You feel me? Like, I know it sucks to have to put in an application somewhere and wait, but that's better than having to get arrested for robbery and having to wait even longer, and now your record's fucked, and now you can't even do this or you can't do that. You know what I mean? And robbery is even, bro, that's a bad fucking thing to have on your record, because ain't nobody gonna want to hire you if you're fucking in jail for armed robbery.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
That's the thing that people that commit those crimes, oftentimes they don't even like consider that. They're just thinking short term.
They want that bread, bro.
Yeah, short term.
That money is a drug, bro. It really can be, because I think one of the best examples, dog, he's not perfect, dog, but to be real, the way that he sets shit up is a very good way of looking at life, bro, and like a hustle itself is Nipsey, bro. When Nipsey passed, you know, like a lot of people, you got to realize he left something bigger for us, bro, and that's to just not give up, bro. You feel me? Not give up and do things the right way, bro. That nigga used to be on the street selling drugs and ended up having his own fucking business, owning the whole fucking property, because in the end of the day, yeah, these motherfuckers did dirt, but they're not stealing dirt. They did dirt to escape dirt.
And you know what's funny in that scenario, like with not only Nipsey Hussle, but anybody in the hip hop game that has other business ventures, they use their influence as a hip hop artist as leverage to negotiate these ventures to make money elsewhere. Like JayZ, the majority of the money that he makes is not his music.
No, it's not. It's other businesses.
But it's his influence in music that makes it okay for these other guys to be like, maybe we should do business with him because he's an influential person.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like somebody like us, right? Somebody like us here in Miami, like, yeah, we make music, but if we decided to open a small business or something, and we talk about that business in our music, now we're marketing and branding those ventures that we're involved in our music, and that's kind of like you're working both of those together, you know, and you could really use the talents that you have, which is music, as a way to influence yourself as a business mogul outside of it, which is what Nipsey was doing too. Exactly,
bro, because you got to realize, man, you can't always have your eggs all in one basket, because that's what I did. I left my job to pursue music 100%, and don't get me wrong, I mean, it can happen because it's happened, but realistically speaking, when you look at the market, bro, like, I've read a lot of crazy things. I read that artist out of I don't know if I feel like I said this on the last podcast, but I know I said this to a lot of people, that the music business last year made like billions of dollars. Out of those billions of dollars, artists made only 12% of that, bro. 12 fucking percent out of billions of dollars. You know where that money came from?
Streaming.
Shows, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I misunderstood your question. Yes, shows is one of the main ways that people be making bread nowadays.
Because then it goes to show you, bro, this music is, because it's not that you can't become rich off of music. You can. But if you want to, like, there's other ways to make your steady income that can help you push your music. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not saying that there's people that can't make money off of music. Look at Lil Nas X, that nigga that made Old Town Roads. He's milking the game right now off of one song. More power to him. I'm like, yo, that's dope, yo. He didn't even have to release another song. Just got one song. Yo, I read online that if he keeps up right now for like another 2 weeks, he'll have the longest #1 song in history, bro. Over the Beatles, over Michael Jackson, over Drake, over anybody. One song, dude. One fucking song. And it's crazy, bro, because you're like, fuck, that's what I'm trying to do too. But sometimes people have different lifestyles. People have God puts you in a different path, because it's not that you can stop music, but maybe you need to make your money elsewhere. And maybe your music is not what you need to be making money off. You know what I mean? Because I realized that. I was like, fuck, dude, that feels nice that now. Because I was always depending on my rap to make that big hit. To be like, damn, I want to make that $1 million off of music. So I was writing music in the hunt for money. Okay, it's a hunt for money. It's a hunt for money. But I was like, fuck, dude. You know, like, I sound desperate. I don't sound as legit, or I don't sound as true to myself in this music right now. So I started putting my mind elsewhere and like, okay, like, all right, so say if I do make it a music, what else do I want to do? Boom, video games. Because when I'm not fucking making music, I'm gaming. So that's why I started streaming, because maybe if I can make money off of my video games, I can create my music freely, as opposed to having to be like, fuck, I gotta write a hit. I gotta write a hit. I gotta write a hit. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro. And Jay, Nipsey, they kind of taught me that, bro. Like, subconsciously too, bro, because you hear Jay's raps, bro, and it's funny, dog, because it's true. He wasn't making a lot of millions after he retired through music, but he was definitely making it through other business ventures, bro. You feel me? And that's what it's about. It's about like, okay, if I ever get stuck, I have to keep on moving, bro. You know what I mean?
And that's why I do not bash the idea of having a day job for a while. You know?
Yeah. You gotta sacrifice sometimes.
Like having
bro.
a day
You have
job.
to.
Having a day job is I think that having a day job is cooler than selling drugs.
Oh hell yeah, 100%, bro.
And rappers, like, especially in hip hop, it's the other way around. It's corny to
have a day job.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it makes sense though, because when I started working, I felt like it was a conflict of character, you know, of who I was being. But in reality, who you are at work is who you are, bro. Because when you're getting tested and shit like that, and you know you're getting pushed, that's who you really are, bro. You know, because you can set up this whole image that I'm all like this in rap. When you hit the real world, you know, and you start facing these conflicts, who you are at that moment is who you really are, bro.
And I understand that hip hop is an art form, and a lot of people use hip hop as a way to project a side of themselves that they wouldn't normally like put out there.
Yeah.
But I prefer the MCs that they are right in the same realm of what they actually rap about.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, with the exception of maybe like Eminem, but even Eminem, you can tell that.
Yeah, but Eminem is purely skill, man.
Yeah,
like you admire more of his skill, but nowadays he is more of himself than back in the days. Because the thing is, I read an article, man, that when he was making Slim Shady LP and all that shit, he was just more angry. That's what it was. So in reality, people react to. I realize people love more when you're angry on a record, because it is like you're like just blurring out all this shit that you've had inside you for so long. It's a great way to outlet anger as well, as opposed to going out in the street and fucking hitting somebody. You know what I mean?
But you know, like you were saying the same thing about your music, how you used for example, this barbaric project that you put out, like you were using these songs you were writing as a way to cool down from stressing out about what's going on with your job.
Yeah.
But when I heard the project, I didn't catch that vibe like you were angry. I caught that vibe like you were very much at peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I tend to have some. Don't get me wrong. On record, I want to sound at peace because I don't want to get the listener so stressed out. But believe it or not, at that time I was stressing the fuck out. I still stress out now, bro, because the fact that I'm having a kid, that I'm like, fuck, you know, I want to be able to be at a certain point. Sometimes, though, you got to realize that life is a process, that you don't have to be at a certain point by this time or anything. You just got to continue to build.
Yeah, like if you were stressed out writing that project and now you're about to have a kid, you're about to drop a classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, in reality, you have to take those things, bro. You have to write from, well, not that you have to, but me, myself, personally, I had to write during that time, because if I didn't write, I wouldn't have an outlet. I would have been lashing out at everybody, bro.
Do you record yourself?
I do. I recorded myself.
So you have a home studio?
I do.
Because I remember for a while, if I remember correctly, Ace and Ghost. You were working with them as well, right?
Well, yeah, I do. Every now and then, I would pass by Ghost's crib. You know, we collab. I did a song. Don't get me wrong. I love to be open to record at other studios. So Ghost's studio, I love a lot, bro, because Ghost is a very artistic person, bro. That nigga, he has a lot of like very good ideas, bro, and I love the way how he's taken, you know, the whole professionalism very seriously, bro. I love that because me personally, I was always like, record it, get it out. I don't give a fuck, you know, like, because in reality, I was always like, yo, fuck with the opinions of others. But sometimes, bro, it just feels nice to have your shit nice, clean, sounding right, bro, because then you save yourself a headache of always listening and be like, fuck, I gotta fix that. Fuck, I gotta fix that. Fuck, I gotta fix that.
Yeah, it's true. No, but I'm the same way, man. Like, sometimes I'll make something and I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it out, bro, whatever, because the energy's there.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And then it kind of messes with you because you think that if you don't release it right now, it's gonna kind of get old sitting there. But I don't know. I think it's the opposite. If you're if you're making timeless music, if the music you make to you is timeless, when I open up that session, you're gonna be like, oof, I can't wait to put that out. And then you close it and wait.
Exactly.
You know?
Because in reality, bro, my stepdad always told me that it's old to you, but it's new to them, bro.
It is, man.
It's old to you, but it's new to them.
I tell that to people often, bro. Like, yo, man, like, I just heard this now for the first time, and it's an old song. Think about people that hear the Beatles for the first time.
Exactly. They get mind blown, bro. They bro, not that long ago, look, the beats that I chose for Kong, those were beats that were made a while ago, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy because I don't even know if they're classified as hip hop beats. They're just instrumentals that I was just hearing. And I was like, fuck, that sounds good. It's so old though. I was like, fuck. I was getting so discouraged because I was like, fuck, you know, this beat is old and this and that. But I was like, yo, in reality, bro, music's timeless. If you like it, somebody will like it. You know what I mean? And you always gotta have that faith, bro, like you said, because the whole thing we're talking about is that short-term shit. You know, like, yeah, it's cool to get that energy and to have people like, yeah, you know, I fuck with that. But what's better, you know, like, sometimes you want to just hold off a little bit, fix it up and release it.
And 10 years from now, when you look at the release date of whatever song you're listening to, is it really gonna matter when it came out after it's been out a long ass time?
Not even, bro.
Not really, right?
Not even, dog.
Like, I'll listen to super old projects of, man, I'll get into an artist and I'll go back. You know, yeah. I'll go back to a really old Currency project that I didn't listen to because I was listening to something else, and it sounds like just good old Currency. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro.
So it's like, look, like the song that you and I did,
All for the Art.
Yeah, All for the Art. You know, off of Buena Gente. You know,
that Buena Gente promotion.
Like I remember when you left with the mix, right? And you had posted a video on IG.
Yeah, I know, bro. My bad, dude. I was just hella excited, dude.
Yeah.
I was super excited, bro.
And you was like, yo, I can't wait for y'all to hear this. And I know that feeling, you know? So it's like, now that the project's finally coming out, they're gonna see what you were talking about, you know?
Exactly.
And it's true, but it's tough, man. It's tough, like, holding it down for some.
It's the toughest thing ever, dude. Yeah. Like the Barbaric project, that was done in February, believe it or not. It was finished. All those songs were finished. I have more songs that I wanted to record, the more beats, but it's just like, I was like, bro, the way that it's sounding so far, that just sounds as good as it is. And I was like, bro, should I release it? And I just waited until recently, where I was just at home and I was like, bro, you know what, bro? I've waited a little bit long enough. I'm gonna just release it now. Boom. Released it, and it's funny though, I didn't really expect to get a good reaction out of it. Not a good reaction, I didn't think people were gonna fuck with it that much. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, bro, because on my IG page, like, you know, I don't know if it's because of the algorithm thing, but I get like a couple likes every now and then and stuff like that, maybe like 4 likes, 5 likes. But then I look at the stats with I don't know if you have your music on Bandcamp.
I don't. I mean, I do have a Bandcamp, but I'm not active on it. I use Spotify and Apple Music, and then I just recently jumped back on SoundCloud.
Nice. I'm thinking about doing the same though about SoundCloud, because you know SoundCloud's blowing the fuck up back, bro. It's bigger than ever now, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. It's hella huge, bro. Because I've realized a lot of people love throwing their music on it. And I realize they're kind of doing a streaming service thing too, where you pay money, they don't have no commercial breaks and shit like that. So subtly, most people didn't realize it, but SoundCloud kind of joined the streaming service as well. You know, so they're kind of like a competitor against Apple Music and Spotify.
But I like Bandcamp too, because you could sell physical copies on there.
Yeah.
Like you can
have your
a,
merch and stuff.
Yeah, you can have a little store on there. I fuck with Bandcamp too.
Yeah. What I fuck with Bandcamp is their stats. I don't know if you ever like, cause me personally, I don't know. I always like to be a little interested in that shit, just to like. Sometimes when I'm feeling low, I'm like, fuck. Let me just look at the stats to help me, you know, get a little bit more inspired. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I went from getting like these 4 likes on my Instagram. I'm like, okay, you know, people are kind of fucking with it. And I fucking click the stats, and after 2 days, I had 20 downloads. I'm like, damn, that's not bad, bro. 20 downloads in 2 days, that's fire. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me keep on promoting. I kept on promoting, and just like yesterday, I checked back, I had 40 downloads.
Yo, let me ask you, man. Like, what do you do to promote? What's your like? How do you approach promoting your music on social media?
I think you should do it fearlessly, man. I think you should do it fearlessly. And in a way that you shouldn't listen to other people, man.
You know, it's one thing that concerns me. Like anyone that's okay. So in 2014, 2015, I was managed by Breeze, right? This Breeze is he's like a A&R from Miami. You know what I'm saying? And he's working for Slip and Slide right now. He's my homie, Breeze, right? Shout out to Breeze. And
that's what's up.
So Breeze had ER 305, myself, Chase Green, and a couple other artists under like a roster that he had called Aviator Club Entertainment, ACE, right? So
I feel like I've heard of that, bro.
But mind you, this is already 5 years old, whatever, right? So when I was rocking with him during that short while, he was trying to like teach us how to navigate the music industry on a professional level. And he even brought in this publicist, right? His publicist named Seneca Doss, right? And this dude, he introduced us to him, and he kind of gave us his pitch on like how he would be representing us as a publicist, this and that. And nobody jumped to the opportunity to hire him, but I did, you know?
Nice.
And I was like, all right, cool, man. You know, I'll rock with you. I'll see what it is. And it didn't turn out that good, you know?
Oh, man.
So that's just one story, right? Where I was unafraid to invest, and I kind of took the loss, right? But I can't take that time or that energy spent back. So I was trying to smarten up, right? And then a few months ago, I'm thinking to myself, you know what, man? I want to get my music on playlists. So I'm going to see if I can find a music promotional company that can get your music on playlists, right? And I found this other company. I don't know if I want to put their names out there because,
no, you don't have to.
You know,
it's all good.
But they charge $249 to get one song. So you'll submit a song, and if they approve, if they feel like that song is good enough for them to kind of represent, then you can pick your package that you'll pay for, and then they'll run a campaign for you, right? So then I sent them a song, and they're like, okay, cool, we'll do this for 6 weeks, right? Which was the largest like promo package. It was $249, right?
Yeah. So
I pay the money, and for the next 6 weeks, I'm expected to see this song and see how it'll do on these playlists that they are in relations with, right? So my song gets on a few of these playlists, right? And after the campaign was done, there was no real fans that came from it. You know, it almost seemed fake, you know?
Yeah, like bots.
Yes, like fake plays, fake whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's fake. All I know is I'm getting plays.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I feel so tried by that. So now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I'll just take that loss, whatever. Let me see what's up with maybe promoting some music on SoundCloud, right? Because this is the thing. This is me personally. Whenever I would message somebody to check out my music, I feel so spammy. you know?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yo, what's up? You don't know me. Check me out.
Yeah.
Or, hey, bro, I like that song. Whether I like the song or I didn't. I just feel so fake.
Yeah.
Hitting them up. They don't know who I am from Adam. And then I'll be like, yo, check me out. I don't know, man. It just kind of feels a little funny.
I know what you mean. Well, in reality, man, this is how I look at marketing, right? Like, I learned to look at it like this because I was the same way. I was like, fuck, you know, like I should be paying people to do this. I should be paying people to do that. The biggest power you have, my nigga, is this. You can do everything on your own, bro. You don't need to pay nobody. All that promo that I do, all those videos, promotion-wise, all that shit, I do it from my phone. And I realized, bro, that, you know, do I want to fall under the same trap as motherfuckers that are signing into labels? Because you hear it all the fucking time. It feel like it's too good to be true if 2 people were saying it, but if everybody was fucking saying it, De La Soul just went through it right now. You know, on Apple Music, I was like, fuck, I want to hear Me, Myself, and I. And I look it up, and it's not on there because I remembered that they're not getting money off of Me, Myself, and I. Their label is. So Apple Music took it down to help them out. You feel me? So I'm like, fuck, all this bullshit that's going on. I started thinking like Nipsey and Jay, bro. I need to do that shit myself, bro, because I can do it myself. And I feel like in hip hop, bro, we don't have a lot of that. We don't have. People are always trying to shut you down if you want to do something yourself. Like there's always a professional person in a label that's like, oh, you don't want to go that route because of this. Fuck you. Because on the end of the day, if my shit goes bad, that's on me. That's not on you.
It's that you know
what I mean.
I do know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And yo, I've done that so many times, and I'm probably gonna end up doing it again. Like just sitting there, like doing like what Gary Vee recommends, the 100.
That's why. That's one person that I
saying?
listen to the most is Gary Vee. But look, in the end of the day, I feel you though, because you know, doing the whole message shit is spammy. It is like, because I feel the same way. I'm like, fuck, I'm bothering them. But you know what's better? You know what you can also do too? Just fucking post it on your timeline, bro. Because your timeline is not bothering anybody. Most people, when they're on their phone, you know what they're doing? Fucking scrolling, bro.
You know, it's one thing
they're scrolling, dude.
That kind of sketches me out. Like, this is the thing. When a few years ago, maybe prior to 2014, I was not approaching getting help the right way. I was trying to get people to do things for me out of love. You know?
Exactly.
Like maybe I did some things for them and maybe they'll do something for me kind of thing, you know?
Exactly.
Or maybe it's someone that I've never even reached out to, but they kind of know who I am.
Exactly.
And so I wasn't approaching it the right way back then. And I saw the result of that is like, yo, I'm just kind of trying to get people to do things for free, which is what it came down to. And it never really felt right. Yeah. So now I want to pay.
Yeah, you always want to pay for services. Look, my cousin Nick Shades, he does videos, right? So I hollered at him to do a video for one song. He's my cousin. He said, don't worry about it. But at the end of the day, I want to shoot him bread for it because what you always want, like you say, dog, like, we all gotta help each other out, and that's the way that we help each other out. Because I'm an artist, you're a videographer. Let me pay you the bread for your services. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I never want to do shit for free, but I think what sucks in doing that is you expect a lot, yo, and you're not supposed to really expect anything from people.
But the downside of it is this. Like, for example, the cover to Buena, Gente, right? I had reached out to someone to do some artwork for it, and they were like, yeah, I got you for the free too. Don't even worry about it. And I insisted on paying them. I was like, yo, like, please let me pay you. So that way that you're being compensated for your services, you know? Nah, I got you. Don't worry about it, man. I rock with you. Great. Bro, time goes by and I'll follow up with them. And they're busy too. They're not just somebody that doesn't do anything. They're a busy person.
Yeah.
You know? Nah, you know, I'm sorry, bro. I'm kind of busy right now. Okay, a week goes by. Yo, what's up? You got an ETA on that cover? Nah, bro, listen, I'll get to it when I can. Okay, another week goes by. Yo, what's poppin', bro? You got the cover? No, I don't. Bro, you know what I ended up doing? I hollered at my man Ed at the store, in DJI store, and he flew out a drone, and we took a picture of the city, and that became the cover. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a perfect cover, bro, because...
And it works out, you know?
It's so dope, bro. Like, I really admire what you're doing for the project, bro, because I realize, bro, like, you're doing it. It's a very selfless act, bro, and it's very tough. Me as an artist... I always wanted to do that, you know. I kind of separated myself to do my own shit because I felt like I feel like I like to be creative on my own sometimes. But I realized all that when you have other people involved, yo, like it's a better thing, bro. And I realized, dog, you're doing more for the city than even fucking what DJ Khaled's doing, because, you know, no disrespect to bash Khaled or anything, but, you know, you're gonna throw this compilation album with already established artists as opposed to the artists in your own city that are trying to fucking make it or just trying to get heard. And you're actually doing what the fuck he's supposed to really be doing. You know what I mean? Like that Buena Gente thing is, you're representing Miami in a real way, bro. And I fuck with that. You feel me?
But like, you know, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's completely selfless, because I do get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what it is it's a win-win. Everyone gets something out of it.
It's a win-win situation. Like, exactly.
That's at least what I think, you know. And then also, like, it's gonna be on all these streaming platforms, so every time someone plays it, everyone's gonna get their bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my thing as soon as everyone accepts the email from DistroKid, so check your emails, please.
What's the when you throw Buena Gente into the Apple Music and Spotify thing, are you worried about the whole like sample clearance shit? Because that's what I'm worried about a lot, is throwing my things up with sample clearances.
What samples?
Okay, cool. I fuck with you, nigga. I fuck with that, dog. Cause the thing is cause look, I have this tape, right? I have Barbaric is kind of like, Barbaric was a mixtape that I needed to do for the sake of hip hop and bars, to be like, fuck, I just want to just rap for bars, bro. Just put out some bars and put out some fun shit. But under wraps, I have this album that I'm working on that I really wanted to be like, kind of like a re-debut, you know, like the reinvention almost. But the thing that fucks with me is that on that thing, I have some beats that I've used from other producers. You know what I mean? So I'm trying my best to get in contact with them, but none of them are hitting me up. So I told my brother the other day, I think I know how I'm gonna fucking get in contact with these fuckers, is telling them, yo, I stole your fucking beat. What's up? You know, and when they message me back, they'll be like, what? And I'll be like, yo, finally, yo, I would like this beat that you fucking put on. What's up, dude? Like, you know, because it's true. Like, I wanna reach that. I wanna do something that includes other people. You know what I mean? Like
they're just gonna get the message from you. It just says, yo, finally.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh my god. Because in reality, because I'm just trying to do something like just like that, bro, where you include other people in it. You know what I mean? Because I've realized, bro, when you do things like you have to do a win-win situation. You know, it can't just be all about, yo, I need to win. Like, because in reality, bro, that's kind of how a lot of celebrities now are like that, bro. And a lot of, not just celebrities, but I realize a lot of the rappers that make it now, they are like that, where they're just like, yo, it's all about me. And you realize, yo, yeah, they're successful and shit like that, but it just feels good to want to do things for other people as well, bro. Like, that's, I don't know, I feel like that's like, it's a liberating experience, bro. Because a lot of my life I was very selfish, bro. I was very like, no, I need me time and this and that. But the more that you live for others, bro, the more liberating that shit feels, bro. Like,
yeah, and it does feel good, man. This is my first project that I put out where every track is a feature, and I do feel like it's a collective effort, you know. Everyone came through. Everyone, like, to me, I feel like everyone snapped on the songs that they're on.
That song you did with 1,000 is nuts, bro.
Thanks, man.
What is it? Oh fuck! Don't tell me, please. I know it'll happen.
Yeah,
bro, that shit is tough, dude. Cause when you sent me the preview of it, I was like, yo, I need to hear it. And one day, I was leaving work to go home, and you know, right there by the airport is Lejeune.
Yeah,
bro, that fucking road is a fucking headache and a half. So I was caught in traffic. I was talking about like standstill traffic. So I'm just sitting there and, like, you know, you ever hit standstill traffic? You're just staring for a minute and you're like, oh, I can listen to this. So you're like, okay, let me listen to Buena Gente. I started hearing it, bro. When that song, bro, the whole project is fucking sick. But that song, bro, when I heard that shit, I was like, that shit helped me out, because I was like, fuck, nigga, it'll happen when it happens. As much as I'm trying to fight, claw, scream, shoot up, spit up, punch my way to get there, bro, it's like fishing, bro. I threw out the motherfucking bait. All I gotta do is wait, bro, and just keep on reeling that bitch out, and being as patient as possible. But that song is nuts, bro.
Thanks, man.
That
Appreciate
song, bro,
that,
to the beat, to the fucking dog. It's just, yo, your flow on that shit, dog. I was like, oh my God, dude. You're like water on that shit, dude.
Thanks, man.
Like that.
Yeah, that is definitely,
shit.
that's one of my favorite songs, man, on that project, bro. That whole project, I'm like really fucking proud of it, man.
Yeah.
And it's funny, man, because I decided to do this project as so when I decided to do this podcast, it was to let everyone get to know not only me, but y'all, you, and everyone else has been on the podcast.
Appreciate it.
And then I was like, you know what, man? Let's fucking make music too, bro. You know, how many times are we gonna be in the same room? Let's go over some beats. And I thought about that, you know? And I tried to do that with every guest that makes music. Yeah. Some of them, like it never fleshed out. But the songs that did come out of it is this project. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And like it just so happens that all the songs, at least to me, are like really quality records, bro. You
They
know?
are, bro. It sounds, bro. You have a very great sound going on, man. You have what I like about it, bro. It's you have that transit vibe, bro. Like on the move, on the go, but like not like. Cause in Miami we have on the go vibe. Trap is on the go vibe, but that's like driving recklessly, cutting people off, fucking like driving on the emergency lane to cut a motherfucker off type on the go.
Yeah, nah.
You on the go is more like I'm gonna make it when I make it, bro.
Yeah, just
I'm on my way.
Cruise control, highway.
You feel me, bro?
You know?
Exactly. And that's why I fuck with your sound, bro, because I feel like not only just Miami, I feel like the world needs that. Because no disrespect to trap, like trap is cool. I like the youngins that have fun and shit, you know, and they're doing it. But when all your music is like, I gotta get to the money, I gotta get to the money, I gotta get to the money. Yo, what you are what you eat, what you hear, what you see, bro. If you're listening to that constantly, bro, it affects your driving, dog. It affects a lot of shit, and you're gonna move in a very unhealthy way, bro. And I feel like right now, rap and hip hop music itself needs that balance of, yo, we need to get back to some chill shit because, yo, you being on the move, you're stressing your brain out, bro. You don't realize this shit.
And like it's chill, but it's not. It's what it is like it's composed, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like when people describe my music as like chill music, I kind of feel like yes, but there's more to it than just being chill. You know what I mean?
Well, remember, look, it's funny because I feel like you're just like my coworker David. My coworker David, he's this old dude, bro. He's like 60 years old, but he's funny because every time he sees me, he's like, yo, what? He's like, what you doing? I'm like, chilling. He's like, how the fuck can you be chilling at work? And every time I gotta tell him, like, Dave, chilling's a state of mind, not a form of action. You feel me? And that's what I mean by chill. Like,
yeah.
You know, like, cause your mental, you feel me?
Yeah.
Your mental is very, very important, bro. You don't realize this, dog, but what you're feeding people is very productive, healthy brain music, bro. We need that shit, bro.
Brain music.
You need that, bro, because you don't understand. My mind is always in a funk. And I feel like as a person, if your mind's affected, it's going to affect you in a lot of things. But like you said, because your music is not just chill where it's like, oh, I smoke a joint and I'm vibing. It's more chill like, yo, I can handle things, very productive in a very clear state of mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what because the song that we did, that's how I feel like it's productive music.
It's funny because, man, when I hear your music, it's kind of along the same shit, bro. It's like composed, like music that you could process things to.
I try, you feel me? I try, because that's what I aim for, is not to be so riled up, to be more like, you know, like I want somebody to be able to build a house on their own time, as opposed to like, oh, I gotta build this house. If you fucking nailing things in a rush and shit, you might fuck some shit up. You feel me? You know what I mean, dude? Fast isn't always better, dude. You know, it sometimes it's good to be able, like, you want to be able to encourage a listener, yo, it's okay where you're at, nigga. I know you want a Bentley, but nigga, if you're driving a hoopty, it's better than fucking walking. If you're fucking walking, it's better than not having the ability to walk. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like our music does that, bro. It's like, it speaks to people on a subconscious level that, yo, you're doing just fine where you're at. You know, don't ever feel like you're lacking anything. The things that you lack are probably not even the things that you need, bro. You feel me? Like, on the real. And I feel like we need more of that, bro. We really do, dog.
I like that a lot, man. I agree, bro. And I appreciate you like elaborating on your take on my music, bro, because honestly, man, like your music too, bro, like when I listen to that Barbaric tape and the song that we have, the All for the Art record, I feel like it's very grounding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you feel happy to be alive type shit. You feel me?
And that's the best state to be in, bro. You know?
It is, brother. Yo, because you could be, look, all that shit that was happening with my check, my lady and my mom and my just the support group that I had with me, bro, made me realize that there's more to life, bro, than just like being right and like having a, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, you owed me money on this, but yo, fuck it. I'm missing money, but at least when I go home, I got somebody that can love me, or, you know, I got my mom, even though she's always worried, at least she's hitting me up. My mom's still alive, because I know people out there that don't have parents, bro, that they are here, or I know people that lost their parents that they're no longer here neither. And it's fair. It sucks, dude, because they don't have nobody to lean on.
You know, like on that note, it's true, man. Like both my parents are here, and I just recently patched things up with like my pops, because him and I, we like, I never thought that we would be in this state at this moment. I'm getting kind of personal, but like
bumping heads.
We would bump heads,
yeah, and
then I'd be like, damn, bro. And then when we patch things up, it's the most rejuvenating feeling, bro.
Well, remember, you guys are two grown-ass men now. You're no longer that child Art, you feel me? Because the thing is, I feel like as a pops, they're always gonna look at us as like, yo, you're always that little boy. But in reality, yo, you're a grown man and you're trying to make shit happen for yourself.
It's like, you know, at one point in time, you fit in my hand,
yeah,
and you didn't know shit.
Exactly.
And now you don't fit in my hand, and you still don't know shit.
But that's how it is, dude. That's how it is. Me and my pops, yo, we bump heads. I realized the moment I had to move out of the crib is when we were bumping heads about the most dumbest shit, bro. I was like, fuck, it's that time. Because it's true, man. You were once a prince. He was a king. But now you've grown into a king, and there can never be two kings in a household. You know what I mean? Never. Because it's not about who owns more than what, but you got to look at the facts. Yo, my pops busted his ass, grinded every day to make this house possible. I need to do the same thing for myself too, to make him proud. And it's funny because me and my pops, we don't see eye to eye in a lot of things. You know what I mean? We don't. But we still together, bro. Like, it's funny how we can like reconcile, because you have to, bro. Life is so short, you know. Like, you guys can be bumping heads one moment about one thing, and you know, like, if you've seen it happen, bro, motherfuckers will say some shit, and then you can go out, bro, and God forbid you get into a car accident, you never come back home again. You feel me? And
shit, knock on wood, bro.
Yeah, knock on wood, brother. You feel me? But those are the things you have to consider. Like, damn, like, if I die today, what's wrong in my life right now that I could have made better? Damn, I could have reconciled with this person, you know, and easy things, bro. You can just hit them up. It doesn't even have to be a whole 3-hour conversation. It could just be like, hey, you know, how you been? You know, everything okay? You know, like, what's up with you? Okay, call me whenever you can, bro. It's better than not doing that. You know what I mean? And like, life is very short, man. Life can be very short. It can be.
And low key, the people that listen to those voicemails, they might not call you back, but that the seed has been planted.
Hell yeah, dude. Trust, bro. Yo, humans are humans, bro. And believe it or not, the toughest motherfucker out there cried one time. You feel me? He has cried before, dude. You know what I mean? I've cried countless times over a lot of shit, but you know, you just always gotta try your best, man.
Yo, listen, like not on some vain shit, but like just last night. So last night, I got a comment from a fan of mine that they're listening to my project Transit City, and like, to me, that's the dopest shit, bro. When someone hits you up.
Yeah. I felt good when you hit me up about Barbaric, dude. I was like, damn, dude, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. I bumped the whole shit, man.
Appreciate it, man. I try to make it as short as possible, you know, like not nothing too crazy.
But this is the thing, like, real quick before I get back, like, me listening to other people's music from the city is like, I don't do it as a chore. I do it if I'm really interested.
Yeah, I feel you.
The thing is that like, I'm so concentrated on my own shit that I find myself robbing myself of the opportunity of just fanning out on other people's music that are super dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Trust, man.
It's almost like competitive. Like, yeah. All right, let me just get back to
yeah, well, it's not competitive. Low key, if you look at it, you're being inspired by that person you're listening to.
Yeah,
whether it's good or bad. You know, like, you're like, damn, the music's bad, I should make better music. Or damn, the music's really good, I want to it's inspiring me to make music again. And that, you know, that's why we have to listen to artists. But I feel you though, because I want to be able to treat it as not a chore, but as an interest, you know, because then that's when it resonates you more. You're a little bit more clear-headed. You're not always questioning yourself. You ever like find yourself listening to somebody's shit and in your head you're like, fuck, I feel like I'm listening to it because I have to, not because I want to. Or
that's how I felt about listening to a Bandana by Madlib and Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, I haven't heard it yet, man.
That's the thing. Like, everyone's saying it's a classic, and I'm here like, I guess I should take time to listen to it. And I heard it, and it's really, really good. But I feel like I pressed play on that project. Mandatory.
I feel you. I do that with a lot of artists too now, bro.
You know?
You know what the best thing to do? The best thing you could probably do is go to Spotify, look up new music, and just let that shit randomly play. You know what I mean? I think that's probably the best thing, because then you're not really like going to one person. You're just hearing all this new music. There's a lot of new dope artists. You ever heard of this guy, bro? I forget his name, bro. I want to say Toby or some shit, or TOBA. He makes some dope ass music. Him. Are you familiar with Earth Gang, the people in Dreamville?
Like I got put onto them by Revenge of the Nerds. I'm not familiar with their music like that.
They're pretty good, dog. They're good. Isaiah Rashad, which is in TDE.
Right.
I like to listen to a lot of the low key artists. A lot of the artists that
are signed to the dope labels, but not the front end
not
artists.
The front man, because I would love to do that too. I would like to just make my shit normally, bro. Like I don't want to have to feel like I have to put myself out there all the time, even though there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's people that live for that. But me personally, I just would like to be like that low key background, you know.
That's definitely a goal to have, man. You know, to just kind of, and you know what, you're kind of doing that already, bro. You're like putting the music out there, and it exists there, but you're not necessarily trying to shove it in everyone's to be in the foreground all the time.
You don't think my shit is like out there a lot, or you don't think I'm like constantly? I feel like some days, because what I did was, this is how I learned how to promote, right? Well, this is how I promoted Barbaric. What I did was, I started from the first track, Lil Sample, coming or out now, all the way to the last track. You feel me? So every day, I was like, I made it like a goal. I was like, okay, every day I'm gonna promote the next song that's on the track listing, little like 10 seconds of it, and the next day I'll do it to the next track and the next track until I get to the last track, and let that bitch resonate for a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, campaigning a project to kind of raise awareness of it, it's fun to do, and I feel like you can do no wrong. Like, you do little snippets of it, and you know, little hashtags here and there, but I don't know, it just kind of depends. The way that I do it sometimes is I'll do lyric videos.
I like that though. I like the thing I like about your shit though, bro, because you've learned how to like make the best of what you got. But the thing is, as cool as the what you got is really dope, man. Like, I realized, dog, like where you said Just My Luck, that video of Just My Luck, yo, that's a whole promo in itself, dude.
Yeah,
that's a whole promo in itself, dude, and that's so cool because you don't realize, bro, but you have the power to do all these things for yourself that you're like, damn, I need money to do this. You really, I mean, you need money to get the equipment and shit, but you don't need the money to put forth the effort. You know what I mean? Yeah,
once you have the tools, man, like, you just got to utilize them, bro. And if you don't have the tools, then you just got to work within your means, and that's it.
Yeah, work with what you got, man. Look, you know, the shit that I use to promote those, you ever see when I put like the picture of the Barbaric and the song in the back? That's all with this program called InShot. You know what I mean? And what I do is sometimes if I want to get a video, I record it off of YouTube with the phone recorder, take that, mute it, put my song behind it. That's free promo.
It's funny you say that because this one of my Instagram posts that I just put out is a 1 minute clip of my verse for this music video that I did with Ramon Revere for Rico, over the Rico instrumental.
Oh, nice.
And I did the screen record for that too. Hey, screen record comes through, bro.
It does, bro. Yeah, because that's you don't realize, like you said, bro, like we have all these tools in front of us, dude. And as artists, I feel like we should utilize it a lot more, bro. We've always been tech savvy. We're the tech savvy age because of video games, having to record ourselves off of computers. You know what I mean? Like, we can still utilize this shit, man. You know what I mean? We really can.
Facts.
And I that's why, man, I stopped making excuses, man. I was like, yo, I know that I want to promote my shit better, and yeah, to get it to a wider audience, I need this much money. But yo, I need to try this shit myself, man, because if I'm stopping right now, then nobody's gonna hear of Caveman Bless. You feel me? Like, what am I gonna do? Wait for another man to promote my shit? Nah, man, I need to do that shit my fucking self, bro. Like,
yo, like on that note, bro, I think it's probably that's a good tip for us to end on, man. You want to let them know where they can find the Barbaric tape?
Most definitely, man. You guys can find Barbaric. You guys can go to cavemanbless.bandcamp.com. I know it's a long ass URL. I'm trying to work on just shortening it to where it's just cavemanbless.com. That's what I love about Bandcamp. You pay them like, I think it's $10 and you can fucking get it, your URL.
Nice.
So, but for now, it's cavemanbless.bandcamp.com. It's a free mixtape. 8 tracks, yo. If you're into King Kong, if you're into Red Dead Redemption, if you're into fucking kung fu movies and fucking samples, horns and shit like that, you'll definitely love the fuck out of that album. So
yeah, it's a solid tape, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it,
man. And also your IG, I'll put it in the description of this podcast.
Most definitely.
July 15, Buena Gente, you can hear Caveman Bless and our song on there, along with some other tracks on there.
It'll happen.
And yeah,
bro, I'm telling you, bro, you need to make that. Well, you're gonna pick your own singles, but I think personally that's a very good song to have out there, bro.
Let's see, man. You know, I think I'm gonna let the people pick this time around, bro. What song I'm gonna film a video to?
Oh, nice. Know? That's what's up.
Yeah, instead of me picking it and then like not picking the right one or something.
Well, the crazy thing, yeah, it's true, bro, because the power is always in the people. Yeah, when I did Surrounded by Smoke, that was the song, not that I least liked, but that was the one that I felt like that least showed the skills that I had. But it's very ironic because people loved it the most, and I was like, fuck. But that's when I learned, yo, the power is with the people. They're gonna choose a song that they love, not the one that you're shoving down them and being like, yeah, this is the song, man.
Word.
Bro. They're gonna choose the one that they love the most, bro.
Well, let's see, man. Let's see, you know, when the tape comes out, what the people see, bro. You know what I'm saying? On that note, man, I think we out of here, guys. All right.
Have a good one, y'all. So,
yo,
peace,
man.
Appreciate it, all right, man.
Peace.
Medianoche.
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 Podcast.
Medianoche.
Podcast.
Medianoche.
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 Podcast.